Welcome to Coding with Smartphone. I'm Dom, and this is drawing on a canvas. In this video, we're going to draw random lines on the canvas. So, what is a canvas? Well, canvas is a container used for drawing of graphics, shapes like circle, box, rectangle, and others. So, let's go to our HTML and look at our HTML code before we start with the JavaScript code, because a canvas has no drawing method of itself, but you can do so with, via JavaScript. So JavaScript is used for drawing on the canvas. Okay, so we are moving to our index.js file and see our basic setup. So this is our basic setup for our HTML, and if you don't know much about HTML, just know that this is just a basic setup for any HTML document. So here we have the doc type, the HTML tag, that's the open tag and the closing tag, and we have the head tag and also the closing, the meter, and I also have my script in there, inside the head tag, and here is the body. So any whatever is in the body is what you're going to see when the code is run. So you can also have your head at inside the body, or outside the body. If you have your script inside the body, you're not going to see the script, because by default the script tag is hidden. Okay, so here is a canvas, and our canvas has an ID of canvas. Now we're going to move to canvas.js, and we're going to start stamping right up. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our canvas element by using document.getElementById. Okay, so get element by ID, there, canvas. Now my canvas need a width, so I'm just going to give it a width of 300 and a height of 400. Okay, I'm going to get a context. So ctx is equal to canvas dot get context. Now the context is 2D. Okay, 2D there. So now I've gotten my my canvas element. I have the width here, and also got a context. So what this get context is going to be used for is this get context returns an object with properties methods which you're going to use to draw on a canvas. Now I'm going to give the canvas a width and a height, so I'm going to go like canvas width is equal to width, or assignment sign width, and canvas dot height. Also, I'm going to assign the height to it, height variable to it, and there. Now I'm going to use the for loop. Okay, okay, so I'm going to use the for loop. Okay, here I'm just going to do just going to use 500. Okay, so I'm not going to need this. So there I'm using the for loop to draw on the canvas 500 times. Now now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the for loop inside a render function. Inside the render function, so I'll call the function, and it's going to draw. So before I'm going to before the for loop, I'm gonna have to clear the canvas. So I'm gonna go like canvas dot, so canvas dot clear it. So this, I'm clearing the canvas. So the x is 0, y is 0, and the width which I want to clear, and the height I want to clear. So I want to clear the whole canvas each time the render function is called before I draw on the canvas using the for loop. There. So now, since we're going to use random, we're going to draw random lines on the canvas, I'm going to use random. Okay. Oh, so sorry. Here I have to bring the variable name here. There. So I'm going to use random. So this was going to happen. Cartridge dot move to. So I'm going to move cartridge to a particular position. Then I'm going to draw there each time the eye increases. Okay. So cartridge dot move to mat dot random times the width. So the move to has two parameters, the x and the y. So this is the x is going to move is going to move to the x of the result from the mat.random times the width. Okay, so mat.randoms returns a random number. If you don't know what mat.random does, that's what it does. So mat.random times the height. Okay, so now I'm going to comment this, then I'm going to print to the console the result of this. So we see the actual number that you're going to have. So now I'm going to use let's just paste this. I'm going to change this to console.log. Sorry, console.log. There. So I'm going to decrease this number so that it's just going to happen 10 times, and okay, let me run this first, Okay, so first what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the request animation frame method of the window object. Okay, so request animation frame render. All right, so let's run this and see what is going to happen. Canvas.clearRect is not a function. Okay, I think I'm having some error here. Yeah, I think I remember now. Yeah, I should actually use cartridge, not canvas. um so I'm going to run this once more and see if, yeah. So here is the values of the random random multiplied by the width. Okay, so the same thing is going to happen for the x um when I multiply it by the height. Okay, so right now you're not seeing anything on the screen when I run the code, because I haven't actually draw on the canvas. I'm just printing to the console the values that I'm going to use to draw on the canvas. So here I'm going to change this to I'm just going to change this to the height, so we will see how the values of the heights, so the values that's going to be generated, and that value is what I'm going to use to draw on the canvas. Okay, now let me open the console and clear it first. Now let me sorry, now let me run it from here. There. So now you can see um I have the value of the height, which I'm gonna use to draw on the canvas. Now let's get back to our coding, our code, and draw on the canvas. So right now, what this code here is doing is just moving moving to a section of the canvas, so I can draw under at that section on the canvas. So before moving, I have to use the cartridge dot begin path. Here, this one have to come first. Yeah, so it is beginning a new path, and this code here also moves to a section, a particular section of the canvas. Then I'm gonna use the line 2, and what line 2 is doing is actually the code that's going to draw the lines on the canvas. Then the last method of the cartridge object I'm going to call is stroke. So without calling the stroke method, you will not see the lines drawn on the canvas actually. So let me try this, and let's see. Voila, nothing is there because I commented this stroke method. But right now, let's try this. So you see, I have random lines drawn on the canvas, and the reason why the lines are small is because I decreased the number of times that the lines has to be drawn on the canvas. So let me check this and see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So you see, this is exactly the number that is here. So I'm going to change this to 500. I'm going to change this to 500, and there's going to be 500 lines, random lines drawn on the canvas when I run the code. So let's try it and see. There, you have 500 lines drawn on the canvas randomly on top of each other. So here, whenever I run the code, it draws random lines. You see, the shape on the canvas is changing whenever I hit the run button, because the number that is generated from the random is not always the same. That's why it is a random number. So math random means a random number being generated, all the time. So whatever you call a math random method of the or you call the random method of the math object in JavaScript, it brings out um, random numbers, okay, all the time. So what if I change this to a million? So what if I change this to a million instead of 500? So um, okay, not million. Let me just do it. Um, let me just give 3 zeros. Okay, 10 zeros should do there. And let me add some more zeros and see what is going to happen. I haven't actually tested this before. Whoa, this is super dark. So I'm going to add one more. Maybe I'm going to get to mirroring after all. So you see a whole bunch of lines drawn on the canvas to occupy the canvas. Okay, so there, and now I'm going to just reduce it to 100, and there we have random lines of 100 drawn on the canvas. So this is how you can draw on the canvas, or you can draw random lines on the canvas. And there is more that you can do as we go on in this tutorial. So this brings us to the end of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, comment, and also hit the notification button so you get alert whenever I push in a new video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Regards.